everyone. My name is Lisa Jane Vitalisik, coming from Group 5, reporter of Module 5, all about dimensions of media and information visual. But first, let me ask you a question. What is a meme? A meme is a relatively new visual phenomenon in which text is added to a well-known image. An internet meme is a concept or idea that spreads virally from one person to another via the internet. The most common meme is an image of a person or animal with a funny or a witty caption. Additionally, a meme is an idea, behavior, or style that spreads by means of imitations from person to person within a culture and often carries a symbolic meaning representing a particular phenomenon or a theme. So, for the second question, what is an it? An infographic is a collection of imagery, charts, and minimal text that gives an easy to understand overview of a topic. These images use striking, engaging visuals to communicate information quickly and clearly. Infographics are a valuable tool for visual communication. The most visually unique, creative infographics are often the most effective because they grab our attention and don't let go.
GIF stands for Graphic Interchange Format. GIF, the oldest of the three. GIF images have been around since the late 1980s. The compression format is lossless, which means that you can save the file over and over and the quality won't degrade. These are strong advantages to the standard, as a GIF file takes up significantly less space than an uncompressed image while not sacrificing quality. JPEG stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. JPEG format is virtually synonymous with digital photography. Virtually all modern cameras offer it as a default setting. This is owed to the fact that the standard offers what basically is an unlimited color palette. The compression algorithm keeps the file size that's smaller than what a GIF file produces without limiting the colors you can use. The overall quality of the image will be degraded since JPEG uses lossy compressions. PNG, as the youngest of the image formats, the PNG standard is a bit of a mixed bag. It's not a format that you'll use all the time, but it does have its uses. There are two variants of the format. PNG 8 offers lossless compression on an index color palette, while PNG 24 offers lossless compression with the same support for thousands of colors that you would find in a JPEG.
Visual design elements. Visual design elements are the basic things that can be seen in any visual media. Line. Describe a shape or outline. It can create texture and can be thick or thin. Lines may be actual, implied, vertical, horizontal, diagonal, or contour lines. Shape. Usually a geometric area that stands out from the space next to or around it, or because of differences in value, color, or texture. Shape may also be organic. Value. The degree of light and dark in a design. It is the contrast between black and white and all the tones in between. Value can be used with color as well as black and white. Contrast is the extreme changes between values and also called lightness or luminosity of a color. Texture, the way a surface feels or is perceived to feel. Texture can be added to attract or repel interest to a visual element. Visual texture in the illusion of the surface peaks and valley. Color, determined by its hue, name of color. Intensity, purity of the hue, and value, lightness or darkness of hue. Color and color combination can play a large role in the design. Color may be used for emphasis or may elicit emotion from viewers. Form, a figure having volume and the objects can be implied with the viewed from many angles. And form is the shape, visual appearance, or configuration object. Design principles are ways of arranging the elements better. Applying design principles is sometimes known as a composition.
A. Consistency. Consistency of margins, typeface, type style, and colors is necessary, especially in slide presentation of documents that are more than one page. B. Center of interest. An area that first attracts attention in a composition. This area is more important objects of elements in a composition. This can be by contrast of values, more colors, and placement in the format. C. Balance, a feeling of visual equality in shape, form, values, color, etc. Balance can be symmetrical, unevenly balanced, or asymmetrical, and uneven balance. Objects, values, colors, textures, shapes, form, etc. can be used in creating balance in a composition. D. Harmony, brings together a composition with similar units. If, for example, your composition was using wavy lines and organic shapes, you will stay with those type of lines and not put in just one geometric shape. Notice how similar harmony is to unity. Some sources less both terms.
Contrast offers some change in a value, creating a visual discord in a composition. Contrast shows the difference between shapes and can be used as a background to bring objects out of forward in a design. It can also be used to create an area of emphasis. Directional movement, a visual flow through the composition. It can be the suggestion of motion in a design as you move from object to object by way of placement and position. Directional movement can be created with a value pattern. It is with the placement of dark and light areas that you can move your attention through the format. Rhythm, a movement in which some elements recur regularly like a dance. It will have a flow of objects that will seem to be like the beat of music. Perspective, created through the arrangement of objects in two-dimensional space to look like they appear in real life. Perspective is a learned meaning of the relationship between different objects seen in a space.
So for you, what is a graphic novel? A graphic novel is another example of form of a visual media that contains text which combines words and images. Graphic novels are similar to comic books because they use sequential art to tell a story. Unlike comic books, graphic novels are generally standalone stories with more complex plots, collections of short stories that have been previously published as individual comics books and also considered as graphic novels.